Hi Sagittarius, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is how do they feel about you for your yearly 2022 reading. Now I've already pulled your tarot and what I have is how you feel about your person. This is to validate the reading. If this part of the reading doesn't make sense to you, then one of two things are happening. Either this is not your reading or you're watching the reading too early and things have not played themselves out yet. If you think that is a situation, put the video in a playlist, come back later on in the year. Then I have how does your person feel about you, which is over here. We have the mutual energy and the outcome. In my readings, please don't take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm a psychic and a medium. If this how you feel about your person validates the reading. If this does not make sense to you, then this is not your reading. Because I do an outcome, it's important that you take the whole reading or you don't take any part of the reading, okay? So what I have for you of how you feel about your person, Sagittarius, is very interesting energy. I have the Sun card in the reverse. I have the Six of Coins in the reverse. I have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And I have the Hanging Man in the upright position. Spirit, do you want to bring forward how Sagittarius feels about their person and let me know why these cards are the way that they are? Specifically, why are they sitting in the reverse? Why is the Sun card in reverse? Why is the Six of Coins in reverse? Why is the Five of Wands here and the Hanging Man? It looks like, Sagittarius, that you have had, you've been contemplating a lot about your person and reflecting a lot. There seems to be a lot of internal conflict in regards to decisions that you have made in your life, and I got to say that I feel a little bit of regret. I feel here that there's a little bit of anger that you feel about yourself, about choices you've made, but also about the situation. So it feels here that currently the person that you're thinking about, either you've had great happiness with them in the past, or you know that they are the potential to your happiness. And so I'm kind of getting two storylines here, and I'll see which way it goes. But so on one side, I feel here that for some of you, this person was somebody that you experienced great happiness with. Or at least there was, when they were in your life, there was a moment of really understanding that your life was going to go in a different direction and really embracing that. And this person bringing balance into your life and bringing in the things that are missing in your life. Now, it feels like you're out of balance, Sagittarius. It feels like this inner conflict here in the Five of Wands and the Hanging Man is you're really contemplating a lot about the choices that you've made and trying to understand what you want to do differently. So it feels here for others of you that this thing never got off the ground, whatever this is with your person, and that you feel that this, even though this is sitting on your side, it feels like this person is happy, independent, balanced, and there's an allure there that for some of you it's a strong attraction. So there is a desire to almost win this person back. I get the feeling in both scenarios that you know this person. I don't feel like this is a stranger coming into your life. This is somebody that is already a part of your life in some way. But there's distance there, and I can feel that in both storylines. There's emotional distance, and you've created it. Here in the Five of Wands, you've created it. And again, there's like a lot of internal conflict because it does feel like you're passionate about the person. But there, for some of you there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of regret. There's a lot of challenges within yourself to let your guard down in the relationship and allow yourself to fully be loved. It feels like there's a lot of shutting down in your energy, and that's kind of what you're taking responsibility for personally, is the shutting down that you experience in the relationship or any relationship, and understanding that it has consequences to your life. Here, how does your person feel about you? We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse position. So, Spirit, do you want to bring forward how Sagittarius's person feels about them? First and foremost, it doesn't look like there is any communication. The Eight of Wands is in the reverse. It does feel like your person has... Spirit, do you want to clarify that? For some of you, it feels like your person was dealing with a lot, and it feels like they had a lot of healing to do. It does feel like they've taken the time to do that healing, because the Ten of Swords is in the reverse. And it does feel here that in the Page of Swords, your person is... just like you're taking responsibility, they're taking responsibility for where they were in that moment, perhaps when you two were together, or whatever this reading is about. Again, I get two diverging storylines for two different types of Sagittariuses. And so it feels like for some of you, you were in a relationship, and for others of you, it just never got off the ground the way it was supposed to. And so how does your person feel about you? It really does feel like they think about you. It feels like, you know, and the reason is that the energy coming off of the, you know, Eight of Wands is always about communication. And the fact that it's in the reverse position feels like they have to stop the communication. It feels like the communication is... They know here in the Ten of Swords that that there was a lot of healing that had to take place within them. For some of you, you're in a situation where your person, you know, really felt disconnected from this relationship and had to honor their own truth about how you were making them feel. And so there's an ownership here too. You guys almost are replicating each other in your energy in regards to you were where you were in the relationship, and as a result, both of you have grown in your own separate ways from the experience, but there's still this kind of disconnect between the two of you. That's what it feels like. In the mutual energy, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we have the Page of Coins in the upright position. So it's clear here that both of you have feelings for each other, good feelings, right? So there's mutual energy of somehow wanting to be in each other's lives. For, again, this other storyline, for the fact that you were in each other's lives, and let's say that was for a period of time, a long period of time, it shows here that this person, the way they feel about you is that they do see the good that came out of the relationship. They do see the good that was done in the relationship. They do see the as much as they've tried to shut down all of the relationship, it looks like they can't, you know, there was too many good experiences. There was too much that was good about you, Sagittarius, that always seems to shine through. However, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it doesn't look like they want to go backwards in this relationship with you, meaning that they don't want a do-over with you. Also, it feels like mutual energy, right? Same thing with you. It feels like you don't want to go backwards, but in your energy, it feels like if you go backwards, it's a pride thing, right? So it feels like You know, there's something about your energy that's quite stubborn, that it's like, well, that's done, that's a part of my life that's over, you know, draw the line under the sand. And it's Spirit is telling me it's from learned behavior. Spirit is making me feel here it's from past experiences where you've gone back into relationships trying to make them work, and it's just kind of like, I should never have done that. But this is not the same type of person. This is a different scenario in a different situation. And you have to take in each situation individually. And Spirit makes me feel here that one of the things that you should be looking at from a different angle is the fact that you both have shared feelings for each other. There's an innocence and a loveliness about this relationship. There is a sweetness about the relationship. There is potential here for a lot of growth in this relationship. So if both of you can move past the fact that you were where you were, it didn't work at that particular time, and there's not betrayal involved. Spirit wants me to point that out, meaning that either one of you, there was no cheating involved, then there is potential for this relationship to actually reignite and grow extremely strong. And the fact that the Wheel of Fortune card, for me, whenever some cards are present, what happens is it means that they can, it's in the reverse. It can flip into the other direction because it depends what is clarifying the card. And here we have the Page of Coins, which is emotional abundance, but in its early stages. And so the Wheel of Fortune is present for the both of you, and it can flip in the upright position, meaning that you have a future together if that's what both of you desire, if you build upon this relationship in 2022. For many of you, this relationship has gone into the friend zone or the X zone or whatever it is, but you're not together. That's what it feels like. In the outcome, we have the Emperor, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Cups in the upright position. And this is a beautiful outcome because it shows that the two of you, I don't know if you think it's beautiful, Sagittarius, the energy is coming out quite beautiful. It shows that the two of you have this pull, right? You're pulling, as much as you both try and put this relationship in the past, it shows that both of you continue to think about each other, to want to be together in some way in each other's lives. Here we have the Three of Swords in the reverse, and so it feels like the choice, you kind of come out of that energy in 2022. It's no longer a choice. It is an acceptance that you guys can have a beautiful connection where there is a lot of love. It's very strange how we go from the Page of Coins to the Nine of Cups in the outcome. So there's a lot of hidden feelings there. There's a lot of things that, there's a lot of maturity about this situation that both of you are kind of going through. There's a lot of examining what went wrong, but in your own separate corners, it feels as if both of you have taken responsibility for your own parts in the demise of the relationship. And as a result, I don't feel like there's any blame. I just feel like it's kind of like you're in your corner taking responsibility and doing the work that you need to do on you, and your person is also doing that. Spirit just said your person has moved on. Good God. However, Spirit makes me feel like nothing is set in stone. So even though your person has moved on, meaning that they may be in another relationship, they may be dating other people, it doesn't mean, it feels like 2022 can be a year of a turnaround, because here we have the Nine of Cups. So even though your person is in another relationship, it doesn't mean, just like when they were with you, it doesn't mean that roots have grown deep in the relationship that they're in. So that makes me feel like they're in a new relationship, or they're just getting to know people and dating and moving forward, in that they're not having any expectation from you that there's going to be a rekindling of the relationship. And because of that, there's a lot of strength in their energy in regards to, if they do return to the relationship, it's not out of a rebound. It's not out of feeling lonely. It's not out of making something from nothing, right? It feels as if they come back into the relationship with you, it feels as if all the experiences that they're having shows them that they're going to do things differently with you, and they're going to make it work with you. There's love here in their energy, Sagittarius. There's love for you. And there's definitely, it feels you're very suppressed, Sagittarius, but it feels like you won't entertain the idea of love. But you have it, right? Because you're protecting yourself so much here in the Emperor card. So it does feel like your person's much more liberated in that area than you are. You're much more guarded. And because your person is the way that they are, they're kind of just being themselves. It does feel like that's why they keep pulling you back. And they're not doing it deliberately. There's no manipulation here. It's just that they're just being themselves. And you're attracted to them. You respect them. You care about them very, very deeply. And there's not many people that make you feel the way that they make you feel. Spirit just Spirit just showed me a lot of laughter. So I feel like when the two of you come back together, it's through friendship. It feels as if the relationship, if it comes back together, has to be through friendship. And if anything is going to bloom from there, then it has to be in a solid, the healing takes place in a friendship where there's no flirtation, there's no innuendo, there's no, if you've had a relationship, there seems to be very, very strong boundaries here. And it feels like it's coming from your person, where they're not going to send out mixed messages. They're just going to, if they're going to be a friend, it's not with a hidden agenda of, oh, maybe we'll get back together at some point. That doesn't feel like that. And so that's one of the reasons why the friendship can be built so strongly, is because in your mind, even though you have an attraction and a deep emotional pull to them, again, they're just being themselves, right? There's no hidden agenda. They're very truthful. They're very loyal. They're very honest. And so what you see is what you get. And so they're not going to, and it feels like Spirit makes me feel like they're going to keep on dating. And so there is no innuendo. There is no mixed messages. It's kind of like, hey, you want to be in my life? I miss you too. Let's build upon this friendship. We can at least be friends. And I feel like the foundation of a strong friendship is here to be had in 2022. And from that, the potential for love is there. From both of you. Something needs to play itself out in 2022, Sagittarius. I'm not one of these readers that gives you all the fluff, clearly, right? I mean, I kind of don't tell you what you want to hear. I just tell you what I can see. And it feels like 2022 is really about getting to know each other as friends. I think when we get to know each other as lovers, sometimes the friendship part gets disconnected, because we jump straight into the relationship, and the friendship part of it is not built. And so it looks like when there's a do-over here, and it does feel, as I'm getting more and more into the reading, it does feel like this person is open to you. They're not shut down from you. They're waiting for your cue. They're waiting for you to reach out and to allow them back into your life again. So, and again, they're not going to take that for granted. They're not going to make any assumptions. Do expect them to continue dating. If they're in a relationship, they're going to be loyal to that relationship. However, they're not going to do anything to jeopardize that relationship, and they're not going to leave the relationship for you. If the relationship ends, it's because it ends, you know, in its own natural timing, or because it has to end, but it doesn't end because of you. And that seems to be a very important part of wherever this is going. So that's what I can see for 2022 in this relationship. Take it slow and steady, Sagittarius, and keep on reflecting is what Spirit says. But don't, Spirit makes me feel here with the Five of Wands, with this internal conflict, you have to stop blaming yourself, right? If you feel like there is something that you did in the relationship or in relationships that needs to change, then change it. But to continue to beat yourself up does not change your outcome. It doesn't create any empathy or loving energy or compassion that you should have for yourself and therefore for others. So it's okay to drop the anger and any kind of self-doubt and any kind of remorse that you have. Turn it into compassion, empathy, and loving kindness. Sagittarius, I hope that helps. And check out your other readings for 2022, your money, career, and finance, and your new love reading. Take care.